Sometimes decluttering feels like a giant jigsaw puzzle. Why is that? Well, if you've ever done any reorganizing or decluttering in your own home, and you are not living in a giant mansion where you can simply pull everything out and then reorganize and bring everything in, then you'll be familiar with the situation that in order to move one thing, you have to first find a spot where you can put it. And that leads to a whole series of things that have to be moved around in order to get to the place that you actually want to be. It feels a bit like moving. Once you come to the new place, you've got furniture dispersed all over the place and boxes. And until you've moved every single box and piece of furniture at least 5 times, nothing is in the right place. Decluttering is the same thing. You have to plan ahead. In order to move that giant piece of furniture, you have to first make space where it needs to go and move what's there into a different slot. And then you've got a bit of space here, but it's not big enough for that new piece of furniture because something is in the way that you now move out of the way. You shift the giant piece of furniture, you move everything around, and on it goes until you've reached a point where everything is in the place that you want it to be. Furniture is obviously difficult, but stuff has a different level to it. If you think of the contents of a drawer, for example, you can't simply take everything out and put it somewhere else because usually it requires some kind of sifting through and sorting into different bits and bobs that go into different places. So it's not just like you take everything and place it somewhere else, but you need space to put everything out and pull things together that belong together and then place them elsewhere. The tricky part here is space. Most people don't have enough space to do just that, in which case it becomes all the more important to plan ahead. And I've had one customer a while ago with a kitchen that she wanted to reorganize herself, but she never quite could figure out how to do it because even just pulling out a couple of knives out of the knives drawer, there wasn't any place to put them. So I put her onto a little exercise. Rather than going into a specific place and decluttering, I asked her to simply write down what she has and where it needs to go. You can see where this is leading. Once you've looked at everything and you've decided where it needs to go, chains appear. You'll see that if I move this out of the way, I can shift this here, and then there's space for that to shift down, and then I can put everything into one place, and things are sitting where they need to be. Now, this is a relatively simple thing to do. Once you've planned these and you find chains, you can execute them in one go. The only difficult bit is where you put that first item that gets out of the way. Now, in my customer's case, we had the lucky situation that she had managed to empty a drawer completely that was full of plastic bags. So that drawer was the perfect place to put that initial item out of the way and then continue the whole chain. And at the end of the chain, there was a free space at that point, which could be used to put what was in the drawer in there and emptying the drawer for the next chain. That leads to that first item sitting in the wrong place, yes. But in the meantime, we have shifted 15 other things into the right place. And by doing that consecutively, she ended up with a kitchen where everything was in the right place. And also through the whole process, she came across a lot of items that she didn't want to keep. So she actually diminished the number of items in her kitchen because she finally had a clear view of what was there. Maybe that's a way to go forward with your own decluttering. Think about it, stay clutter aware, and come back next time. If you want more, there are options. Click the round logo to subscribe to this channel, or select the playlist in the middle to see more content, or check out the links in the description below. Oh, and feel free to like this video.